We've been going through Mark chapter 3 to 8. This section begins with a build-up of opposition from the Pharisees towards Jesus after he heals a man with a withered hand on a Sabbath day. So through the chapters, Christ faces oppositions and accusations. At some point, his family members say that he is out of his mind. As if that is not enough, the people from his own hometown take offense of him. They do not understand where he got this wisdom from and how these mighty works are done by his hands. In one instance, Jesus is accused of casting out demons with the power of the prince of demons. Amid this, Jesus still soldiers on to do the will of God the Father. Two things that Mark reveals about Jesus in these two chapters is one, his human nature. Jesus in chapter 3 looks at the Pharisees with anger and he is grieved at their hardness of their heart. In chapter 8, he has compassion on the crowds that have been with him for 3 days without food, and as a result, he provides food for them miraculously. The second thing that Mark reveals is his divine nature. Jesus is presented as Lord over all. First, he has power over sickness. He heals a man with a withered hand. A woman who had an issue of blood for 12 years is healed. He heals a man who was deaf and dumb, not forgetting the blind man whose eyes were open. Jesus is Lord over nature. We see that he calms the storm and he walks on water. And Jesus also is Lord over death. He raises Jairus' daughter, and in chapter 8, he speaks of his own resurrection from the dead. The other thing is that he has triumphed over the demonic realm. He casts out the legion from a madman. He casts out a demon from a daughter of a Gentile woman. In his attempt to explain how Satan cannot cast out Satan, he makes it known that he has triumphed over Satan when he says that no one can enter a strong man's house and plunder his goods unless he first binds the strong man, then he may plunder his house. Jesus rules over the traditions of men. Chapter 7 talks about Pharisees who had held to the traditions of men, teaching them as doctrines. A question I will ask us is that, are there traditions of men that we have held and taught as doctrine, and as a result laid aside the commandment of God? Have a blessed week.